in recovery myself. I know, at the end of the day, it comes down to our own choices. We make our own decisions and whatnot.
Absolutely. Hmm.
Uh, I guess something I am curious about, though, in terms of, was there any aspect of it that you think was, maybe the amount of pressure that you had on you being a first overall pick at 18, having that kind of money at such a young age or anything like that? Or do you not think about that as much necessarily since, or anything?
I think it was something while I was in high school, this idea just kind of kept growing of like what I could be like with the money and the fame and the things that I can have and experience and do. Um, so I already had this like conception of fame and money and buying the expensive cars and finding the right girls, whatever it is. So my mind was already, I would say, off. It should have been more like, man, I can't wait to get into the batting cage and find the right hitting coach or, things like that. And I was completely, it was almost like my mind was like I had already played 10 years. And I was like, okay, let's have some fun now that my career's over, but mine was just starting. Um, and I think that had a lot to do with my upbringing, I think, in San Diego and the things that I had been around and witnessed and thought were cool. And um, yeah, so my role models and things like that, it didn't help. Like you said, it's I make the decisions and I live with it. But I definitely felt like these things started at a young age and just kind of developed.
Absolutely. And
Yeah, but kind of like a more of like a blindsided type deal of these are the things you shouldn't be doing or teaching your brother or showing him or whatnot. And yeah, it actually did backfire like probably would. But I don't know, just being introduced to marijuana too young, being introduced to alcohol way too young. This things that I've seen with alcohol and drugs around my family. I think having it, not realizing it, but I had family members pass away from drugs and alcohol, so I didn't really have an understanding of like, man, this can happen to me. Um, so it took a long while to realize that I was another one of these people in my family that was an alcoholic that had to quit or else he was going to die. Um, and it's just sad that it happened at such a young age for me, but it happened. It is what it is. This is life. Like I am not alone in this thing at all. And I'm breathing and I'm free and I have a family that loves me. And I'd honestly go through it again because my life experiences, now what I can carry forward, is bigger than I could have ever imagined, with what I've been through.
absolutely.